Yeah, I think that's a bit better. Here's some of the stuff for you for this plane that I just showed you. So yeah, very nice, isn't it? And as you can see, I'm underneath a wing of a plane that looks like this. So yeah, very nice looking museum this is, and I highly recommend you come here if you're interested in planes and war type stuff. And yeah, so very nice. Here's the information for this plane, I would presume. Yeah, and there's more planes up above as well. So if you ever come to this museum, then yeah, there's other stuff for here as well for you to look at. Very nice, good-looking stuff for this war museum, because it's a very nice type of war museum that I think you'd all enjoy. So maybe at some point, if you have the time, come down and have a look-see, hey? You remember a while back when I showed you a video on this? Going back a while, isn't it? Let's show you some other old stuff that used to be around from back in the day, hey? As you can see, an old Morse code sort of machine, like the one I was just showing you, and something that looks older. Then there's also some other sort of Morse code stuff, like the one back there that's showing some Morse code stuff. Let's have a quick little listen, shall we? Yeah, some old other stuff as well. So as you can see, there is a tape here to block people from touching. So one good way to do it is to look but don't touch, as some would say. So and as you can see, this is a lot of old goody stuff that is, as you can see, is old but still in good working order, as I would presume. So, and as you can see, a lot of good stuff from way back when. So, and here's what looks like a book of sorts that can show you a few old things, like some old Morse code machines, I would suppose, as well, newspapers and things like that. So other things as well we can have a look around. So, oh, even an old sort of telephone stuff down here. Yeah, very nice down here it is. And remember when I showed you the Morse code machine? Here's the Morse code stuff that you wanna, if you want to take a pause shot, then yeah, I'll possibly add a photo to this. And yeah, so there we are, added a photo. And also, if you want to get your own photo of that, I'm sure you can. I've just done a good thing for you. Oh, I love playing with that. Yeah, I like playing with that. Some old other stuff as well that looks like it's from back in, way back in the day. So, and still got some stuff down here too to show you, because you don't want to just see nothing, do you? That's why you're watching this video, is because you're having some sort of interest in the old-fashioned ways of war and other things too. So yeah, so you wouldn't, either you clicked on this video just for the heck of it, or you've hit the video because you want to see what this war museum in Bull Creek has to offer. So, and I'm not going to show you the entire museum, but I am just going to show you this little bit and maybe a few other little bits. And yeah, so give me 1 second and I shall show you something else that we just went past. And here's something that some old people, no offence, might realise, that what the old-fashioned ways used to be of air travel. So here's a little bit of information on it. If you want to pause here and have a little read, you can. But here's some old stuff of what they used to do when they used to pilot planes for the first time and all that. And that looks like it used to be the old-fashioned ways of radar. So yeah, so very, very interesting stuff here. Yeah, and the old-fashioned ways of doing the old-fashioned ways, I would say. So yeah, so even the maps of down here in WA, in the southwest. Very nice this stuff is, and here's this as well, so what they would more than likely would have done back in the day. As you can see, this is the announcement stuff for as you can see, this is the stuff for arrivals and departures. As you can see, this is arrivals and departures. So, and this is also some other stuff for some transport nerds as well who like old-fashioned stuff too. So, and it's always very interesting to look at some of this stuff. And for some of you who might remember some of this stuff, it's definitely old-fashioned, I guess you could say. And then there's also, you know, stuff like this as well. So, alright, let me show you something that's behind me. Just a quick little look here first to show you what I think the controllers used to do as well. So, and also some old-fashioned gear that they used to wear from way back when, and even a few little model aeroplanes and all that, and even an aeroplane at the back there. So here's something that might be much bigger for you to look at. For those who might remember this from way back when, probably a World War II thing I would say, yeah, an old-fashioned helicopter. As you can see, the propellers up there go a very long way, they do. So, and yeah, like old-fashioned seats as well as the old-fashioned controllers and other things like that, and the old-fashioned sort of armour, I would say. And then there's also the space back here and all that, the old seats, and also I think a little bit of a first aid spot, I think. And yeah, so although it's probably not showing you everything that I would have in here, it's something that's just an example really here at this place. But yeah, we shall see what else I do, and if I show you any more, then by all means enjoy watching this video. See you soon. See you in a sec. As you can see, there's a lot of other types of souvenirs that I would presume this place collects. So if you ever end up coming to the War Museum here in Bull Creek, yeah, I highly recommend you pop in, have a visit, and yeah, the fees do apply though, so please beware of fees, but other than that, the money is worth it. It's always very nice, very useful, and just very relaxing here. A relaxing vibe and all that sort of stuff. Very, very useful stuff to look at. And as I probably showed you before, there's a lot of model planes and also other stuff as well to look at. So it's not just planes here, there's also other stuff to look at too. So like this stuff here, so that's a lot to look at too. So I hope I shouldn't say I hope you enjoy, but because I've got a lot more to show you, but yeah, it's always very nice in this museum. So, but other than that, what can you do? Very nice. Looks like a ship, and what kind of ship is that? I don't really know, but it's a very nice looking ship, and all of this is very nice type of stuff to look at, as I keep on telling you in this video. So here's possibly a good stuff to look at. Yeah, Still more stuff to look at, so an old seat. Looks like old-fashioned boots and hat and winter clothes. So I don't know if you could see all of that on the camera, but yeah, very nice. Everything here is very nice. Quick little look-see at this if you want to zoom up, have a photo zoom up and all that. And to me, this ship here looks to me like the Hindenburg, even though I don't think it is the Hindenburg. So, but here's a little zoom up of the information. So, yeah, but looks like a lot of these ships have had a lot of accidents in those days. And during the war, I think we would all possibly know that there was a lot of derailments and train accidents and all that. So, but other than that, everything is very useful and very nice at this museum. Alright, so I think I might stop talking and let you have a little bit more of a look at the museum, shall I?
Today, the historic station of Murchison House near Calvary still maintains the lonely graves of Fawcett and Wall. The original crosses now replaced with permanent headstones.
you ever seen some sort of plane simulator before in your life? Well, here's one right behind the camera. Seen it before? It's a pretty good looking kind of cockpit, isn't it? Just showing you some of the stuff that we can see here, and yeah, very nice of this cockpit. If if anyone knows what kind of cockpit this is, I'd like to hear it in the comments. Let's go have a look, see at the one next to it, shall we? Although this one's a bit dark, here's this one that you can have a little bit of a look-see at too. Something that shows you a little bit of old-fashioned sort of stuff that I think some people might find relatively interesting. I mean, what can you do? I mean, here's another one that you could possibly have a look-see at. Yeah, as you can see, there's old sort of instruments and cockpit stuff. And who knows, this might be ending up being a simulator of sorts. Here's this, you can have a look-see at. Yeah, and as I just showed you, there's the controls for it, and also a little manual, I would suppose, that what this would look like. So, yeah, here's the manual, I would suppose. Let's have a little look-see at what this plane looks like for this cockpit. Looks a bit like this one, to be honest. But it looks like we can't really go into it because it looks like it might be closed off or something. So, yeah, as you can see at the moment, probably because of the ongoing coronavirus stuff, but here's something that could be useful for you. So, let's have a little look-see more around, shall we? A little teeny tiny helicopter that could possibly be for someone who might be learning how to fly a little one. The helicopter like this, the little lever that can lift up and lower the helicopter, I presume, the stick to steer it, and the controllers for the feet and things like that, for the throttle, and also some other controls and all that for you too. So yeah, it's very interesting, isn't it? So yeah, what do you think of this little helicopter? Even these little seats look nice, don't they? I don't know if you've had a look at this plane, but it is a very nice looking plane. Yeah, a little bit of old-fashioned dialage, I'd suppose, and definitely old seats, because you can probably see some of them are fraying a little bit. But yeah, very nice looking plane and very nice looking museum in here. So here's a quick little look-see around the museum. So of this little bit of the museum. So yeah, what do you think, peoples? Looks like some kind of British ship underneath, British flag underneath, but I think it's a more an Australian flag as well. So as you can see by the looks of up here as well. So here's a little bit of a close-up for you. And yeah, it's very nice of this stuff here. See, this plane here looks a bit like the Concorde to me. So, but here's the information for it down here. So, yeah, it's very nice, isn't it? Some of the stuff for it. Should possibly put my light on. Give me a sec. Looks like this stuff here is more from like the Chinese or something. So, I would presume. So, yeah, a bit of information for you, or I'm not really sure what country this is, but if you know, then maybe tell me in the comments below. Let me show you what that looks like on the other side. Huh? Yeah, that's what this looks like here. So a nice war type of army shirt, and let's have a look at the stuff that's right next to it, shall we? Yeah, some of the stuff right here is very interesting to look at for some people, because I'm sure everyone here would like a little bit of this museum. If you like the Morse code stuff, I'm sure the Morse code would be very good to look at too. So, because the radio stuff is also very interesting from way back when. So, yeah, all right, let's have a look at the other side of this, shall we? Yeah, this is what this looks like on this side. The looks like the U.S. Navy, so U.S. Navy hats, U.S. Navy. No, this looks like an Australian thing. But here's the information for it. So, 1942. Yep. Okay, let's have a little bit more of a look at the other parts of this bit of the museum, shall we? Looks like some old-fashioned pilot uniforms from way back when, I would presume. So, yeah, very nice type of uniform here. Here's some looks at some of the stuff that you might find here. So, yes, nice plane up there. Give it a bit more of a time to shine. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, very nice stuff that you might find very, very interesting here. Yeah, it's very useful stuff that you possibly tend to find here. And even something like this as well. So, a useful life jacket from what looks like you might have some of it still around now. So, but let's continue having a look at some of the other stuff from the museum, shall we? Some old lights for spotlights, I would presume. So, and also, like I said, some more planes and things like that of that nature. So, yeah, so very, very useful and nice here. It even smells nice here. Here's some useful. There's always some useful information here. So, if you ever need to find out a little bit about jet lines like these, as you can see, there's quite a number of them here. So, the underbelly of Qantas of this big, massive jetliner, I presume. Yeah. Also, these are all different sizes of different types of planes too. So, but also we have a nice, lovely uniform with a mannequin, and also some some more planes, and also some very useful types of yeah, souvenirs, I would suppose. So, yeah, very, very useful if you ask me. So, yeah, still more information and also some more planes, types of planes and other things of that nature. So, and here's what looks like a map of Australia and a route that planes possibly take in Australia. And here's another type of plane that kind of looks like an old-fashioned, where the plane started, possibly being built. So, yeah. Okay, so that's possibly enough of looking at this. Quickly looking at this. Showed you this. But after all, this is all very, very nice. Alright, see you in a sec.